Alright, we're going to be watching GhostR, who is going to be playing Widow and Soldier for the most part. Uh, and this is kind of an interesting story. So, this is going to be, I think, like Diamond 5. It's going to be PC in Europe. And they originally made a post yesterday saying that they play with their wife, I think, partner, and that they have two. They used to be pretty highly ranked in GM, and then they have two accounts. One in it's like GM2, one's I don't know, Master something, but they're having trouble winning games in Diamond. This is a Diamond 5 game. So I'll read you we are like, oh, the usual, like, hey, you should post a replay code. Post a replay code. I promised I would review it, so I am. Let me read you the current post from today. I've done some resets today mentally, decided to tackle on improving to get back to where it was. I quit the game for a while. It was 4100 or so, but when I came back, I had to grind all the way up to Masters 1, where I hit my limit. I just started going on massive loss sprees from Season 4 to now. Season 4 of Overwatch 2, I presume. I have alt accounts that are GM2 and Masters 1, which feels like a fair 50-50 game, but my main account is having issues. I am a Widow/Soldier player, but used to have a larger pool of Cassidy, Hanzo, Echo, and such. I was a flex player in Overwatch 1 who had played tons of scrims, tournaments, and even open division, and we did well as a team. I've always struggled in competitive compared to comp. I feel like you mean competitive, or ranked compared to scrims. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. I do with my wife, who is also a DPS main, and around the same Overwatch 1 rank. We have switched roles up all the time on these accounts, but it doesn't seem to matter. Where I've made some changes. As someone suggested, it means nothing without posting VODs, so I've started playing again tonight, and here are the results. And then they posted 5 games. The first 2 are wins, and then the last 3 are losses. I picked the first loss, which is on Dorado, and they said that this is a tough one where I swapped the Soldier. I struggled time and time again to get much value against their comp. Not sure what I should be picking anymore in this situation. I made one mistake and seems to have lost the game. These games are extremely hard for just a Diamond 5 game. Their map went a bit crazy at the end. They also said that this is PC, it is in Europe, and they both play on 180 millisecond ping due to the location difference, but they've always played on that, so it's consistent across all their accounts. So I pre-watched this game already, and my perspective here is, assuming you're telling the truth about your two accounts, one being GM2 and one being Masters 1. Let me check to make sure I got that right. Yeah, GM2 and Masters 1. This game should be a cakewalk for you. Like, I know it's a duo queue, which is going to make it typically a little harder than usual, but like, this is a Diamond 5 game, right? So this is 9 ranks below your Masters 1 account, and it is another 12, 13 ranks below your GM2 game. Like, this should be like the easiest game. Like, this is equivalent of you playing like your Diamond 5 game. This is equivalent of you playing in like high silver. Like, this is a huge difference. If you're GM2, you're literally like one of the 10,000 best players in the world. Okay, like, let's just set this in perspective. Like, you are extremely good if you are a GM2 on PC. Like, certainly in Europe, you should be one of the countable number of best players in Europe. And granted, it doesn't seem like you're in Europe because of the ping, but you know what I mean, right? In that region, you should literally be one of the best players in the world. So I go into this perspective of looking like, hey, does this look like a GM2 game to me? Right? Does it look like you're a GM2 player? It doesn't. And we'll go over why, but you definitely do not look like a GM2 player. Like, I have no idea why you have another account which is GM2. Like, either you're not being entirely forthright about what GM2, maybe you play different heroes, maybe you're queuing something. I literally no idea, right? But I'm just saying that if I look at this gameplay and I just remove the name and the post and everything and gave it to somebody else who regularly looks at replays, there's no way somebody look at this game and be like, oh yeah, this person's definitely GM. It doesn't look that way. And again, we'll get into why. That's kind of my starting point. Is this does not look like GM level gameplay. I wouldn't even say this looks like high Masters level gameplay. But my overarching thought here from watching this game is you basically try to out-aim all of your problems. Like, all of your problems involve, hey, can I headshot and kill people? If so, I'm going to win this game. And if I don't, if I go cold, the other team has good movement, or they dive you, or whatever it ends up being, put pressure on you, then you have no impact whatsoever. Like, your only tool seems to be, I will headshot and kill people. And if I don't do that, I literally offer no other value. You don't understand positional play, it seems, pretty much at all. Like, you play the game like you play Counter-Strike or Valorant, right? Where you're just look, you hold angles, you try to get kills, and you just constantly are trying to get headshot kills. And it's fair. I mean, you're playing Widow, and I rarely review Widow games because it's really frustrating. Because it's if you miss shots, what am I going to tell you? hit the shots. It's like hard to give advice in that situation. But on Soldier, when you switch off when you're going cold on Widow, it is extremely obvious that you don't seem to actually know how to play for space, take off angles, and control the game. Like literally, I don't think you know how to win games if you don't get kills. And something that might help you actually is to spend some time playing tank a lot, especially like avoid like Roadhog and avoid Zarya, but play like Reinhardt, play Sigma, play Winston, and understand how do you win games even if you can't kill anyone simply by forcing the enemy team back into smaller and smaller, like collapsing into smaller and smaller space until eventually they fall apart and you win. Anyway, that's a long intro. Let's get started. So that's a good angle. I didn't even know this angle exists. This is what happens when you don't play DPS, or at least don't play DPS much. Right, type of shots, you miss them, no big deal. I don't really care. It's fine. Right. So now you reset. Doom goes in. Cool. You're looking for the kill. Miss a shot. Don't worry about that. Miss that shot again. Like I'm not, for the record, even though you're supposed to be GM2, like I'm not expecting you to hit every shot. GM2s don't hit every shot either. Like, does it look like GM so far? It doesn't. But like, you could also get cold. Like GMs do that too. None of this is a big deal. I don't expect you to get any of these picks. I would have expected you to get that body shot, at least. But is what it is. Right, fine. Get hit, go for the Mercy, great. Doom goes up, he punches you, you grapple away. This is a mistake. So, Doom goes up, you're with your supports right now. Like, you cannot die right now. There's no reason to waste grapple here. You should have immediately peeked here, right? Like, turn, scope, and try to get the kill. Put damage to Doomfist, kill the Symmetra, or whatever. There's no reason for you to grapple away right now. And this is going to be the start of what I consider generally bad game awareness and, like I said, positional play. You don't want to give up this play area, right? I want to stay up here and force them back, and then I can go and force the Doomfist or the Baptiste off high ground and then kill everybody in cart. And it's great. I want to force them to force me off high ground. A Symmetra and a Doom cannot force a Sigma, a Lifeweaver, a Widow, and a Kiriko off high ground. This should not happen. But when you retreat here, right, your whole team decides to bail too. Granted, like your tank, I don't know if your tank is your dual partner or whatever, because you said they play DPS, but it appears, like your names are similar, I would assume that they're your partner, but regardless, your tank should have been helping this right away. But either way, like this is kind of a mistake for you to rotate off there. I think you should have just held this, like right here, just turn. Like it's over, right? He already punched you, he's too far away from you to kill your shotguns, you have two supports here, just fight him. Like you didn't need to use grapple here, right? Now your downtime is bad because you're not doing anything, you're looking for the Baptiste, and now you're taking a close range fight. This is really bad because you don't know if the soldier has Helix. If he has Helix, he can kill you instantly right now, right? Helix, 1, 2, 3, dead. Or even if a support was there, like you could die instantly. Now, you're gonna hit this shot. I would say that your aim is believably masters, I would say. It doesn't feel consistent enough to be to GM. Again, like the problem with Widows is that there's so much volatility with Widows. I guarantee I could grab like a 2-minute stretch of like the best Widow in the world, and people could be like, oh, this Widow looks terrible because I'm gonna get a segment where they all miss. Like Widow is a hot and cold type hero. So, but I would say in the aggregate, I believe that you have masters, maybe low GM level aim. GM2 feels like a stretch to me, but whatever. So you're going to hit the shot, but I'm telling you, this is a bad position to be in, right? I don't think that a better Widow puts herself in this position to be this close. Again, Helix 1, 2, 3 will instantly kill you. Even if a support was healing you, which they're not, because they're over here trying to preserve space and high ground. Even if a support was healing you, the soldier could kill you through healing at this range with Helix and triple headshot, right? You should die here no matter what. You're also going to be super lucky here that the soldier jumps, right? At higher ranks, the soldier doesn't jump. That's the reason why you hit the shot, is because the soldier did a bad thing. And hopefully other people who watch this video were like, oh, like jumping is great. This is why jumping is bad. Jumping made his movement extremely predictable, which is why I got the headshot. It still requires skill to hit that, but that's like a very easy headshot, relatively speaking, for Widows to get. But you shouldn't have been in this position to begin with. Alright, Doomfist punches, right? I don't really know why you bother doing the semi-auto. Just scope right away and try to kill him. Because the gun with the automatic, it does so little damage. Just scope right now. Just scope. Like, he already punched. Like, all he has, at best, is slam to get out. But he's already punched anyway, so just, like, shoot him. Right? Just scope, shoot him. Right? If he holds block, then go kill somebody else with it. Right? Kill Baptiste, great. Soldier's back, hit, right? So, soldier's here. You put the mine, you're looking for it. You hear him, you're, like, kind of worried he's not going to push that side. Like, GameSense tells me there's no way that the soldier's going to come around the corner and he's going to see a mine. There is no soldier in his right mind who's going to shoot this mine and then run through the mine and go fight you. it feels like such an obvious thing to me. Like I just like it's a waste of time to even bother. Like once the mine's down, I just like focus over here and just shoot everybody else. You know, like I think you should just be better at the mind game there. Good headshot and Doom. You missed the sim. All right, trying to pull back for space. That's the correct call. You cancel your reload though. Right? See, you cancel your reload. So on a mechanical error, in the grand scheme of things, not a big deal. But like this is like a somewhat important moment of the fight. Your team is in good shape. You shouldn't have any trouble winning this. But I would just notice that like I don't see GM Widows canceling their reload. That's pretty sloppy. Trying to go for the Mercy. Go to Sim. Go for Soldier. I think you could have just stayed on the Mercy. Like she jumped right there. You could have gone for her. But I understand you're already aiming at the Sim. Could still go for the Mercy. Miss her. You're playing extremely safe and then you drop for no reason. I don't know why you drop here. You know, like why are you giving up such a good spot to go down here? As like I can understand if there's a Widow aiming at you. Like if there's a Widow over here or over here aiming, I understand challenging. Like not wanting to challenge that and dropping low. But against Soldier, why not re-challenge? Especially a Soldier with your whole team on him. There's no reason not to re-challenge. Again, this feels like bad positional play to me. Like I don't think you understand when you could hold a position and not be forced off of it, which is very odd. It's just very strange to see somebody at like GM level of play who doesn't get that. Like for example, let's say you're being pocketed by a Mercy, right? If a Winston jumps you and it's only the Winston and nobody else could help you, I bet you would grapple away. But I bet other GM Widows just stand still and shoot the Winston in the head repeatedly because they know the Winston mathematically cannot kill them. You know what I mean? Like that's what I feel like is missing from you is that like you don't seem to know like all the interactions to the level that I would expect from somebody who has played in like high GM. All right, so this is just fine. Rotated, great, good kill, right? Basically won this fight already because the Ana's dead. All right, we're just chilling now. Doom's in, it's fine. Everyone's safe. I'm surprised you don't look. I personally just would have stayed right here versus like trying to move towards my team, but I think this is okay. Again, I don't really know why you're doing semi-auto or fully auto there instead of just scoping and shooting him. Right, your headshots do so much damage, like why not? Mercy trying to chase you down. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really know why they're pushing at all because the Ana's dead. The Ana's just come back. So you're going to hear the Doom right here. And you're just ignoring him. I understand because you think the Hanzo's there. I probably would have looked at the Doom. I think this is okay. I sort of understand your perspective. I don't think this is totally the right call. Because if I'm here and I hear Doom Fist charging on my right, I look. You know? I look, I grapple, I do something because I'm pretty sure he's actually going to be punching towards me. Which, you know, ends up being the case and then you get killed. But your team won the fight, so it's not such a big deal. Coming back to high ground. Honestly, the Widow part, it's like the most boring part to review because, like, again, either you hit your shots or you don't. Like, you've generally done a decent job hitting shots. Right? Miss. Miss. You feel it. Right? Good headshot. That's good. Probably should win you the fight here. Right? Headshot that on again. Get super aggro angle. I think that's okay because you're out of options, right? You don't grapple, so you're trying to take the surprise peek and get peeker's advantage. I think that makes sense. I don't think there's a problem. I don't have a problem with this. Looking, hit the body shot with the Mercy. Yep. Ana makes a mistake trying to scope kill you. Great. So, oh yeah, you actually, just for other people to see, like you're obviously going to know this. I don't know why it's not rewinding. Sometimes replay review is very annoying. So, you're going to go here. You understand that the Mercy is going to stagger, right? You're intentionally not killing her. This is the right call, right? This is high level play. That makes total sense to me as a good call. Kill the Doom, right? Once again, he makes a mistake. You look for the Hanzo. I think that's a good peek. That's a good hold right there. Right? This all looks good, right? Again, good, good, good. No problem. Kill the Ana. I would note is that you're consistently lower on ammo than I would expect. I would reload here. After you kill that Ana. So, you can kill Doom here. Great. Right? I would reload right now. Because like Dragon's out, the tank is dead. You're at 15 ammo. I think you should reload. I think ammo management here is really, really important because then when the fight happens in earnest, you don't have any ammo. Right? You still only have 15 ammo, so you only have 3 shots here. 1, 2. You shoot the turret, which is a waste. 3. Great. The Ana's dead. But that reload means that you didn't have time to kill a Symmetra, which if you had ammo, I'm pretty sure you would have. And then the Hanzo you're going to hear multiple times. Right there, you heard it left ear, right? You would have heard that right now. I would have expected you to turn. You know the Ana is dead, okay? You don't see one in the DPS. You should be thinking, where is the Hanzo? Because the Hanzo can one-shot you here. So you just stand still and you let him kill you. That's, I would not consider GM level awareness. Unexpected. Should you need to play that well to win a diamond game? Maybe not. Like, again, I don't know. I'm not watching everybody else in the game, so I can't tell for sure, like, if this feels like Diamond 5. I mean, I don't know. Again, but you're dual queuing or queuing with other people is always going to make things very, very wonky. In my experience, queuing with other people make games harder, not easier. They cap it, fine. Alright, backing up a little bit. So they've gone ball now to help try to dive you. Looking for shots. It's fine. Changing the angle. I think that's a dangerous drop because the Hanzo can see you drop here. Actually, you did a pretty good job. But I think it's kind of a tricky drop. I honestly would just held high ground, but I think this is okay. This is a very dangerous grab. Yeah. Like, this is such a bad call. So even if you didn't get killed upon landing, not having grapple sitting in the middle of your team frontlining is a mistake. Think about it from the Sigma's perspective. If I just saw you die right here as a Sigma, I'd be like, what are you doing? Right? Like, what are you doing here that you die in this situation? I don't even know if the Hanzo's aiming at you. Like, he might have just been spamming your Sigma and you just walked into it. Oh, you might have dropped because of Sonic? Yeah, I mean, he saw you jump, so to be fair. He definitely is aiming at you. Good shot by him. But, like, there's no reason for this to have happened. Like, why not just play the long angles? Right? You got, like, so many options. You have high ground control. It's very weird to me that you decided to... Okay, let me back up here. As Widow, your goal is to extend the fight as long as possible. The longer the fight goes, the better it is for you. Because the longer the fight goes, you have more and more opportunities to be able to shoot and headshot people. Versus if you're somebody like Reaper, you want the fight to go very quickly. You want to teleport in, right? Or like flank, hide, whatever. Get in, and then you want to instantly end the fight. That's not the way Widow works. Widow works is a game of percentages, right? Every shot you take is a potential headshot kill. So you want more and more time. Why are you accelerating the fight by grappling to the front? And like, yeah, this might give you a cheeky surprise kill, or you might die and throw the fight completely. As soon as you die, the enemy team can just walk over you in a straight line, because now what are you going to do? Right? Very, very surprising. So, now begins the very obvious that you don't know how to play positioning. So, as Soldier, and I'm pretty sure everybody who's watching this game who's, I would say, at least Diamond and above, probably Platinum and above, no Soldier runs out of spawn on Dorado's second point and just runs into the middle here, which is exactly what you're going to do. This is the most confusing, like the biggest discrepancy between your GM claimed skill and your play. Like, forget all the shots, forget your aggressive grapples, etc., etc. This is far more indicative of the fact that I'm very confused how you can be GM and have any hours on Soldier and do this. Because every Soldier in the top 20% of the players in the world, right? Like, you know, GM, Masters, Diamond, at a minimum, on Dorado second is thrilled because this is one of the most Soldier-friendly points in the entire game. There is literally no cover and a massive amount of high ground on both sides that you can crouch and become invincible, like unhittable from low ground, which means the only thing that can kill you on these high grounds is someone who can dive you, and you have healing station. You know what I mean? Like, this is literally one of the best, like, if I tell people, like, oh, Soldier, like, what point would you pick to play Soldier? I would pick Dorado, second point, defense. Oh my god, this point is so good. Like, it is unbelievably good for Soldier. You should be setting up on either high left or high right, depending on the timing of where the cart is. I think either one is okay here. I probably would go high right because the cart is still not around the corner yet. If it's around the corner, for sure you should be playing high left. All right, but for you to walk out in the open like this down here is mind-boggling because you have no cover here. You are going to get attacked by the opposing team, and the opposing team is going to have reasonable cover from you because you have to shoot downhill, right, over this lip of the hill as it goes down. Versus if you just play high ground, you're good. Or if you play high ground over here, you just kill the whole team. Like the Hanzo has to headshot you here with an arrow, or else you kill everybody. And if that is like the situation you're under, you're heavily favored to win. So this is what confuses me, is why play here, like main with your team, like Cassidy would. Even though Cassidy, I think in this situation shouldn't be playing here either. But like this is like very confusing to me why you would do this. Okay, you're on low ground, and you notice that again the dragon affects you, right? Throws you off. But again, if you were high ground, the dragon doesn't do anything. If you stand right here, you can just kill everybody. I cannot emphasize this enough. Now you're sitting in the open, right? You're vulnerable to spam. You have to dodge Hanzo arrows, etc. Again, if you're playing high ground, you just kill everybody. Very, very easy point to win. Okay, the ball has to come get you. You pop heal station, you're fine. Kitsune gets popped. Now you run at them. You're like very excited to try to get kills. Good helix there. I think aim there starts falling apart a little bit. I think your flick is better than your tracking. Right, this is no good. Like let's walk this back here. Okay, here we go. Helix, good, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. What's like 16 bullets until you land another hit after the first 2 or 3? That's really bad. That doesn't look like GM at all to me. And like your helix aim, like again, your flick aim is good, right? That's not an easy helix to hit. Like it's not a consistent helix to hit land at all. So the helix is good. That was the hard part. The tracking part is easy. But I don't feel like you have the tracking aim here, and that's what throws you off. Like Soldier does not feel like a natural fit for you. Also, why are you frontlining at this moment in time? Like, why are you playing so close, like in front of your Sigma, trying to walk into the opposing team? Mines have been popped. You don't try to like pull back here or like get a different angle. You're like committed to trying to just burn down the whole team solo by yourself. Even though the whole team is actually hiding around the corner because of Kitsune, you could have just chilled back here, burned down the ball, and then reset the fight. Like, this is very poor play. And again, none of this would have been a problem if you were high ground here or high ground here, because the mines never would have impacted you, right? Like, you would have just been able to freely shoot. Very confusing. Your team does an excellent job, by the way, just holding this, despite your Soldier play. Like, your Soldier play looks so much worse than your Widow play. Like, I could believe that your Widow play is Masters, right? Maybe low GM. Again, like, there's a lot of volatility to Widow. But, like, I could believe your Widow's Masters or maybe GM. Your Soldier play looks like not even Diamond. Just because of your positioning alone. Right? This is another good example of where I don't think you play Soldier that much, or you don't play Soldier well. You're searching the ball. You get the ball reasonably low. You have 10 bullets and you're looking for a kill in DPS. First of all, there's tree here, so it's unlikely anyone's going to peek this because it's tree. A. B, if someone does peek it, let's say the Hanzo peeks this, you have a 0% chance of killing the Hanzo from this range. There's no way you can kill the Hanzo with 10 bullets. Not going to happen, right? Helix plus rifle, maybe. The better play here is to reload, right? That is a much more likely action to help you in the next few seconds of the fight than hoping the Hanzo's going to peek you here and have you be able to Helix and kill him with the rifle. See? Like, you're not even close to killing him. Right? Then you pop heal station here for no reason. I presume to try to heal your team, but like tree is still up right now. Well, it's not at the moment, but like everyone still has. Oh yeah, overhealth. I was like, where's the green health? Oh yeah, overhealth from tree now, right? People have overhealth. Like people have plenty of control. Like your team doesn't need your high ground. If I'm the Sigma, I would like kick you to high ground. Like, look, don't stand with us. The Mei is already here to be brawl. There's so much like brawl space control from the Mei. All I want you to do is just sit high ground. If you go high ground, this is the easiest game in the world to win. You know, literally just go high ground right now. You just turn here, you just come counter, Helix, 1, 2, 3, and it's dead. Easiest kill of your life. Now you have to fight a nanoed Hanzo on low ground for some reason. Alright, Kiliana, great. Now please rotate high ground. Excellent. See? You went high ground. Alright, get the Mercy low. I like this, right? Good, you took a chance. Perfectly fine. I think this is a good play. Why are you popping heal station? You're not even injured. I think because you think you're going to get into a trade with the Soldier, but who cares? Like, this is not a big deal. Like, you're not going to be able to force the Soldier back with the supports here. The Mercy should just pocket him right now, and there's no way the Soldier can lose this. It's a mistake of the Mercy to not do that sooner. Soldier's here. Good reason why I think that this Helix is... I guess it's okay. I think this Helix is okay. So Soldier goes up here. This is dangerous. I think... So you're in heal station right now. Life Weaver starts healing you. I think it's okay that you dropped here. The better call would have actually been to stay, because once Life starts healing you, and the Soldier's already fired Helix, there's almost no way that you could die here. Like, once Helix has gone off, he's virtually no way of killing you. I think that it would have been a better call to just stay here and not give up high ground. But you drop, which I understand, but I don't think it was the right call. So you have to play long angles here because Sim's got wall up. Just play slow. Just play slow. Reload. I would think right now even to rotate here and go and take left high ground, right? You got plenty of time. Your Sigma, like everyone's full health. You got your Sigma out there. You have a Mei on your team. Like they're not capping this. You don't need to worry about touching the cart. You just need to worry about taking high ground back. If you don't take high ground back, you're going to lose anyway. So you can just go left right now. Go up here, pop visor, and then kill everyone. I don't know why you're shooting a sim wall. Do you know how much health sim wall has? Pop quiz. How much health does sim wall have? I don't know offhand, but I'm going to tell you it's going to be at least 3,000 health. There's no way that you can kill this sim wall by shooting it. Like, don't even bother. Like, it's just a waste of your time. And then this is a wasted helix. Why are you helixing a ball that has full health coming at you? This is crazy. This is a huge waste of helix. Use helix on squishies. I feel like I shouldn't even need to tell you this. This is like there's like some kind of like dissonance going on in my head where I'm like, oh, like here's a basic soldier tip, and I'm like, wait, I'm reviewing somebody who's supposed to be GM2. What is going on? Anyway, you're going to pop visor here, despite the fact that A, there's a ball right in your face, which means he can bump you around, right? He can also do a lot of damage to you if you're just running in a straight line. But B, you're walking into this like choke where everyone's looking at you headlong, right? Again, don't worry about them capping, right? Life we forgot to it. Granted, like I think your Sigma should have been on it, or Mei should be on it. Somebody else should be on it besides you. But regardless, someone is on it, so that's fine. You need to kill squishies. Now, this is an interesting thing where I don't think you have the right instincts to play soldier in the situation. The correct call when you come out here is that you should play close to the right wall and swing this way. The reason being is playing out in the open allows 1, 2, 3, 4 people to shoot you. But if you play close to the right wall, only the people on the cart can shoot you unless these people walk straight to the ledge and look down. And it is very hard to land this shot without basically being stationary, because it's at the very bottom of their mouse pad. It's very, very hard for them to land that shot. But running out into the open like this is an instant death, which is pretty much what happens. I'm surprised you honestly live this long. Right? This is just mismanaged so many different ways. Like, there's no reason for you to be here. There's no reason for you to pop visor with the ball right there. I understand the pressure of the cart. There's no reason for you to worry about cart because you have Sigma and you have Mei on your team. Your goal was to take back high ground, not shoot at the people who are around the cart. That's not your job as soldier in this situation. Your job is to clear high ground / control high ground. Big mistake. Once again, why are you here? Like, why are you here and why do you have heal station? Completely incorrect positioning. Okay, again, play high ground. Make their life so hard to deal with you, right? Force them to use all their resources to try to get you off high ground. That is your goal, not sitting with the bulk of your team main. Soldier's just not good at that, right? He doesn't actually have very high damage, right? His burst is not consistent. Helix is not that easy to land, right? Compared to, you know, let's say Cassidy or Reaper or whomever, right? Or Junkrat. Just play high ground. Play high ground, play space, use your mobility. You basically never use sprint. Let's actually look at it that way. You basically never use your sprint ability. And if you think about that, that's a really good indication that you just don't play soldier well because you're just not using like a quarter of his toolkit. Okay? Play high ground. Control high ground. If you control high ground, they will never cap this point, basically no matter what happens to the rest of your team. If you're up here and all 5 people say low ground, you just kill all the supports. Then you kill all the DPS, and then you kill the tank. They're never going to cap the point, especially in short spawn situation, for third point, as long as you control high ground. All right, see, Soldier's up there doing his job, controlling high ground, which, by the way, makes your team's life really hard. Now, when he leaves, why does he leave? I don't even know why he leaves. He just leaves for no reason. Like, he could just kill your mate right now. This is very strange for him to leave right there. You're bumped around by the ball. Again, you get super low because... Why are you here? Like, let's just think about this. No reason for you to be here. As a tank, one of the most frustrating things I can imagine is when my DPS die from standing in front of me. Like, why are you all the way over here in the front line getting booped by the ball, slammed by the ball, and then killed by spam? This is crazy. Like, from the ball's perspective, you look grossly out of position. See, he sees right away, goes right for you because you're like completely out of position. But the ball messes up his aim terribly, but everything else he does correctly. Right? Easy kill. Soldier sees it too. Right? You just calmly say, yep, you're dead. Easy. From the other team's perspective, you do not look like the person who is carrying the game. You do not look like a GM player. You don't look like a Masters player. I don't even think you look like a high diamond player in this game. Like, you're just grossly out of position. You're going to go Cassidy, which, you know, that's not really any time here. There's nothing, I mean, what am I going to talk about here? Yeah, you're just pinned and spawn. Okay, let's watch attack. Doors open. Look. I think Soldier probably confirmed that they were playing Widow and then got out, which is the right call. Looking for the kill. Body shot. It's fine. You should reload right now. I don't know why you're not reloading. Ball's here. This is fine. Just reload. Yep. Re-peek. Honestly, if Ball does this, I would just reload. As soon as he started slamming, I would just reload. Like, why bother? Like, the damage you do to him is insignificant. Just reload. That way, when you come down right now, you have full ammo and you can immediately re-peek high ground. There's no reason to shoot the ball. Literally no reason to shoot the ball right now. It's like very odd for me because I feel like a GM Widow would just not bother shooting the ball at all. Like, you would just understand, like, your damage has no impact right now. That reminds me, one of the important things about playing at higher ranks is being able to predict what will happen in a fight. Right, understanding like, oh look, you know, I am a Kiriko fighting a ball. This is a waste of my time. You know, like this is not gonna do anything. I shouldn't even bother because I know how this fight's gonna go. I'm gonna body shot him a bunch. Maybe I'm gonna hit one headshot and then he's gonna kill me or force me to swift step. So instead of wasting my time doing that, I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna reposition. Whatever it ends up being. Like that's the correct thing to be doing here. But in this situation, like I don't know why you're shooting the ball. Right? You have to know this ball is going to be full health. He just rolled in. He's going to have adaptive shields right away. So who cares? Like the damage is irrelevant. Just reload so you're ready to peek high ground. A kill on high ground is how you win this fight. Not trying to shoot like full auto into the ball. Alright, looking for picks. So I think it's okay for you to peek main. I think I would have rather you gone high ground because you can tell it's an extended fight. So I would have gone up here, right, and just try to get picks here, right? You see how low the Baptiste is? This is crazy. This Baptiste is nuts. Like this Baptiste should be dead. I know you're looking for the Pharah, but this feels like too long. Just go high ground, help your team. Right? There's so much fighting. You can hear the Baptiste shooting, right? You can hear it in your left ear. You can hear shoot. Like that means I can tell from sound that Baptiste has to be somewhere around here. I would have grappled up right away to go kill the Baptiste. Your whole team's here, right? You have a lot of ability to influence the fight, but like the Pharah's not peeking you, so whatever. Right? Kill the Pharah, great. Finally get an opportunity, but again, I don't think that was the most consistent thing to have happened, right? You managed to body shot the Pharah because you didn't get any help for so long. It's very unusual. At higher ranks, that just doesn't happen. This is good dodging, right? That's fine. Kill the lamp. Looking for the Pharah again. Again, I think just going top left right now is a perfectly reasonable play. You're looking for the Pharah again. Oh, body shot her. And you get dove on, and now you're going to die. Like, the thing is, you're just taking too long to do things. You're not taking, like, easier opportunities to get kills, like when your Winston dives in. Right? Like, right here, when everyone's busy, they're bubbled off. Like, you have an opportunity to come up here, get a pick, right? You get at least one shot, not two shots, on juicy targets who are very close and who are squishy. Versus trying to grapple over and trying to get a kill on the Pharah is not consistent at all. And if you really wanted to just hold the Pharah back, just play here. Right? You just play here, the Pharah's never going to have any angles to do anything. And you die because you're too far forwards. Slash your team also loses control of high ground because you don't help them take control of high ground. Something else that I note to Widow players is getting one pick does not mean that you deserve to win a fight as Widow. Getting one pick, and if you miss every shot after that, then all you did was trade out. Like, if you kill a DPS, and that's the only shot you land the entire time, it's basically a 4v4, you know what I mean? Like, you kill the DPS, but you miss all your shots, so you do nothing, and it's 4v4. It's not really a 4v4, because, like, you have still space control, maybe you hit a body shot, etc. But for the most part, you really need to kill two to like, guarantee that you're going to win a fight. A big part of that's because Widow has no utility. So, you go over here, you pop visor, you're looking for it. As ball starts rolling in, you decide to run forwards here, which I think is an interesting call instead of just walking backwards. You walk backwards, you'll definitely get out of the mines in time. You plus the Kiriko means neither one of you is going to die. You know what I mean? Just go out here, just headshot the ball like repeatedly over and over again. Kiriko swips up to you if she needs to. If ball targets you, Kiriko heals you. Like, you can't die. So you just have to go for this aggro movement. I think it's okay. I think this is okay. It's not what I would have done, but like I understand why you did it. I don't think this is clearly a mistake, but I'm just noting that if you backed up, you would have been totally safe. Miss. Great. Good kill. Ball's on you. Try to stay alive. Good. Ball really should have killed you. Ball slams. This I don't blame me for. I mean, this is fine. Your support should have healed you by then. You're going to switch Soldier now, which, as we already note, you're not very good at Soldier. There's no reason for you to go here. Your goal should be go left, take high ground, right? If you had to, you could go run far right, but like this phase of the fight's already over. You just go left, take high ground. Take high ground, push here, take this spot, take here, fight's over. I guarantee you, if you get all the way over here, and like nobody has stopped you from doing so, and you have health, the fight is over. There's nothing they can do to stop to win the fight if you get to that point. Running up main is a mistake, as already mentioned, because you're going to eat all that spam. You're not going to have angles, right? You're going to be under a lot of pressure. And, yeah. See? That's like, what are you doing right now? What are you doing right now that's helping your team win the fight? Nothing. That's what you're doing. Nothing. I'll answer my own question. Versus, if you go top left, you prevent the soldier from ever doing anything. You control this angle. The ball can't just roll in freely. You can push off the Pharah, and the Pharah should do anything. And then you wait for your team, specifically your tank, to engage, and then you go through left stairwell. That is what you should be doing here. So the other DPS has gone Sombra, presumably because they think the ball's a big issue. Yeah, shoot the ball, it's fine. And notice, again, that you're just standing in main, and you're also running in a straight line, which is very, very, very weird. I don't know why you didn't play this doorway. Like, why are you just standing in the open right there? You get killed by the Baptiste, of all people. Right? It's, like, very easy. Like, this is extremely predictable movement. I would be really surprised. If you could consistently win duels, like 50% duels, against other GM DPS players, based on this game. Like, if you went into, like, one of the 1v1, like, custom games, I would be shocked if you could do it. Like, I bet if you did it on Widow, I bet you could kill him with headshots reasonably well. But, like, on any hero that can't one-tap, like, basically anybody besides Widow, right? On Cassidy, on Soldier, on Ashe, on, you know, Reaper even, etc. Like, you just don't have the movement for it. Like, you don't actually know a lot of these times, I think, how to stay alive, which is really weird. It's just not something that I expect to see out of like a GM level DPS. I don't know what the soldier's doing. What the heck is happening here? Oh my god. Alright. Your Mercy was trying to hide. Okay, that's some goofy stuff, but I think this is going to give you an opportunity. I think heal station here is fine. I would not bother helixing him. Again, because think about it. Right now, you could potentially kill the Pharah with a helix. You know? Like, it is possible to airshot the Pharah with the helix, right? If you do... What is it now? It's 5 bullets, getting 5 bullets, right? Five bullets here and a helix, and you might kill the Pharah. I get a pick. Also note is, you see this rocket coming in? After this rocket goes in, you immediately sprint and run to the left. Why? You have 119 health, which means you're in one-shot range. Rockets do 120 damage. You should know that off the top of your head. If you don't, I don't know why you're in GM. Like, this goes back to, like, it's very confusing to me. And I'm not trying to do this to put you down. I just, you know, maybe you'll show me a screenshot of you in GM, but, like, it doesn't matter because your play doesn't look to me like GM. It's very surprising to me that you eat this spam right here. Like, you're low already. You're 173, quote-unquote low. Like, you're not low, but, like, from a fair perspective, you're going to be low in a second. Right? You're in a corner, 199. Okay, good. You eat 119. I immediately dodge. Instinct of every single DPS. Oh, I'm one shot. I see a rocket coming towards me. I dodge. That's the correct move here. Very, very weird. And again, it's another note that you basically never use your sprint. Just sprint away. You get splashed by the rocket for like 80 damage. Good, you're good. Right? You get healed up, you're fine. This is a bad pick. Also, I don't think you need to switch off Widow. I think Widow was perfectly fine. I don't really know why. Like, I feel like Soldier, you have so much less impact. Right? Good tracking there. I would say that's the first time this whole game where I felt like your tracking was good. Alright, let's pause for a moment. What do you think you're going to kill with this visor? You're obviously not going to kill anyone high ground because you have no angle on it. And you're praying here that you're going to come around the corner and that there's going to be somebody available. But they have so much time from when visors popped right here. right now, everyone should be like, oh, I hear Kitsune, I hear Visor, I should cover. I think this Pharah is actually going to die here. There's no reason for this Pharah to die. She could A, just fly away, right? Or land and walk away, or she could concussive away. She has so many options here. Instead, you're going to walk up. Oh, she does hide. She does hide. Good, great. Right? Instead, you kill the ball here because the ball goes, and this is a good example of like stuff that's not going to happen in GM. The ball here at GM realizes you're so far back, you pop Kitsune and Visor, I'm just going to let you waste it. There's no reason for me to fight this. Why the heck is the ball going in? This is a throw. This is a massive throw. I don't know what the heck this ball is thinking. Anyway, so you go up, right? You quote-unquote kill the ball. Like, ball suicided, right? Mercy's right here. You kill the Mercy. Great. But again, like, you didn't need Visor for that at all. Like, Visor made no difference on this fight whatsoever. I would also notice right here, hey, look, I ate a rocket. Immediately sprint and run to the right. It is impossible, even with aimbot, for the Pharah to get the second rocket off before I can get around the corner here. Instead, you stay out in the open and then you just die. Your team's going to win this fight anyway, but like, this is the kind of stuff that makes me feel like super confused about why you have a GM account. You know? Like, it's so obvious to me. Like, you've been playing Overwatch for a really long time. I think you said like season... in your previous post, I think you said something about your like GM in like season 16. You stopped playing in season 16 of Overwatch, right? You should literally have, I don't know, like 1,500, 2,000 hours of Overwatch or something. It's really surprising to me to see someone at your level who just eats that rocket and doesn't immediately cover. Very, very strange to me. I don't know if it's tilt or you actually didn't realize you needed to take cover there, but it's very, very odd. All right, so what's your plan to take high ground? You should have a plan. Every DPS, every player needs to have a plan for like, okay, what do I do here? Dorado was a very technical map for the second point, and I would say the third point as well, but the second point as well is very, very technical. And by technical, I mean is you can't just improv your way to winning it. You can't just force your way into winning it by having better aim unless you play Widow. But like as Soldier, you need to control this space along with your tank. You need to clear high ground or else you're never going to be able to get anywhere. You can clear high ground by going high right, going here, playing this angle, or potentially even wrapping all the way over here. Or you can go this way, right? Play over here, get damage pressure from here, use the megas to sustain, right? You got options here. None of those options are let me run under them and shoot up and hope for the best. Right? Again, nothing's gonna happen here. And I think you need to know that. Like, if you don't know that you can't accomplish anything right now, I don't really know what else to say to you. Like, you have to understand from a damage fall off, the fact that the Pharah is pocketed, and the fact that they have cover, there's 0% chance that you're going to kill anyone right now. Like, this what you're doing right now is a waste of time. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to accomplish anything. You get slammed by the ball. Right now you get hit again. Like, the ball is just throwing his life away for no reason. If the ball was even slightly better, this game would be a huge roll. Again, nothing you can do right now. I want to look at every single one of these interactions, right? Okay, great. You're shooting the Mercy? Good. Because the Mercy's a fool. This is where it feels like the Diamond 5 feels like it comes out in this game. Why would I take this fight? There is a 0% chance I will win this fight and a non-trivial chance that I will die in this fight. Don't take fights like that. Like, you remind me of a Counter-Strike player who can't get kills except with an AWP. Right? It's like you have no other options. Like, you don't understand like how to work someone down other than with a gun that can allow you to one-tap them. And it's kind of sad to see. Again, you shouldn't be on the cart right now. There's no reason for you to be on cart. Pharah's going to give up her life here, which, again, there's no reason for the Pharah to die. Like, she should just fall here. I don't know why she's staying in the air. You see? If she literally just lets go of her butt, if she just took her hands off the mouse and keyboard and drifted down here, she would still have survived here. Keeping herself in the air allows her to die for no reason. So, like, don't feel proud for this Pharah kill because it's not going to happen in higher ranks. I mean, maybe it does because you're in GM, but, like, it's very confusing to me what the heck this Pharah is doing. Stuff like this makes this game feel believably like Diamond. Get super low here. Again, note that it's very easy for them to get you low, and it's very easy for them to get kills. That Soldier could have killed you right now with the Helix, right? He almost gets it. I think D.Va eats it for you. Oh yeah, super close. He almost killed you with this Helix. Right, that Helix blows up right there. Right, you miss him with Helix, of course. Like, it's such a hard angle to do it. You really don't need a moving cart, but going for the Baptiste here is a correct call. Basically, the only reason your team's moving forward right now is because the enemy tank just throws away his life repeatedly. This is okay visor. It's going to work out well, but this is actually quite dangerous. You pop this as the ball is rolling into you, right? And then he's going to slam, and now you're at 168. And Soldier's looking at you. You're very lucky here that you do not die. I don't think I agree with this. I don't think I agree with this. With this visor. He hits 2 out of 3. Then he misses all 3 there. If he hits 2 out of those 3, you die, for the record. And you waste your visor. Right? It's like you don't have to feel. You don't have to feel for like, do I need visor right now? Like, will I survive if I pop this visor? Will I get any value of the visor? Like, none of this looks like someone who knows how to play Soldier well at a high level. This tracking is really bad. Hello? Hello? What's happening here? You aimed in between the Baptiste and the Mercy hit neither. That's decent tracking right there. Okay, great. So Gold Soldier here, wrap left, take Mega Control, right? Blow all this stuff up, come back, go right, take High Ground Control, go here, take Platform, game's over. Take Platform or take far right, and then you know that's how you win the point. Right? That's what I mean by space control, is instead of, hey, I'm literally going to kill people, maybe I don't have to kill people to win the game. Maybe I can just force them backwards or else they'll die if they stay out here, and that's how I win the game. So going left right now, this is good, right? I would potentially take the Mega. I would not stay in the open here. I think this is kind of dangerous. I would probably start rotating around now. Again, no one should die on high ground right now unless they make a terrible mistake. You should already have rotated the high ground. The second that you step over here, you're useless. Like, you're not doing anything valuable right now. And then you die. Right? It's like, yeah, you get the Baptiste like kind of low, but the Baptiste is fighting you because the Baptiste thinks he's going to win. He thinks he's going to trade. He still has lamp right now, right? He's not worried about dying. And then you die because you're trying to trade with him. He's got high ground. The thing about high ground is at any moment he can disengage. If he's like, oh, I'm losing the fight, he can just crouch or walk backwards, and then he's safe. But you don't have that luxury in low ground. This is like such a basic part about Overwatch, and it's confusing to me, like how you don't like feel this. Like, I feel, like, physically feel anxiety from standing where you are right now, where I'm like, this is where I die, because I've played a lot of Overwatch, and I know that this is where I die when I play in this type of situation. And, like, you don't seem to have that feel at all. Like, you're just like, oh, it's cool, I can stand here, I'm good. Like, there's no reason for me to die here. I'm like, no, you're gonna die, buddy. Like, this is definitely gonna kill you. Okay, so, as noted previously, you respawn, and instead of going high ground, right, going here, taking right, going here, clearing high ground over here, for example, you decide to just walk straight to main. I mean, you could go far left potentially here, but in general, it's not the best call. You're getting a lot of pressure. You also popped that heal station early. I think it was for your team, but also, hey, look, I'm in trouble. Where's cover? Right here. Just take a sharp 90-degree left and you're good. Instead, you just run in a straight line, and then you turn in and you helix yourself. You can't see the face I'm making, but it's not a good face. Like, this is not... You know, if you're like, oh, like, why do I lose games? Like, why do I have so much trouble? Like, you just make really bad decisions. Like, really, really bad decisions. And it's very surprising. Alright, going over here... Oh, wait, actually, I should slow this down, because this is going to be relevant. So, you're going to run up main again for the millionth time. You're going to pop Visor here, despite the fact that, like, you don't need Visor to kill Pharah. Pharah's right here. The only option she has to do is one concussive and one boost, which you should easily be able to track her and kill her out of. You don't need to do anything here. You did not need that Visor at all. You should have killed both this Pharah and this Baptiste right now without needing Visor. Like, this is very easy on both. Now, you're going to make the biggest mistake of all. Remember how I said you should not be on cart? You should not be on cart. You know that there are 2 people alive. You certainly should know that there are 2 people alive. You should know that there is a Torb, and you should know that the tank is alive. You see the Torb right here. The correct thing to do is to run over here and take the space away from the Torb. I want to force the Torb to go back into his spawn. That way he can't come out and contest the cart, especially with ultimate. I want to force him to stay in this room, like trading shots with me, poking, and I want to delay his exit as long as I possibly can from whatever space that I can and be super annoying. That is what you need to do right now. You do not need to be sitting on the cart. This is a mistake. What are you doing? You're not helping your team win the game at all right now. Just walk forwards. Just walk forwards. You really need to walk forwards. This is like a huge time for you to be walking forwards. See how close the Torb is? If you had been over here the whole time, he would never have been at this corner. Right? He would have been pinned back in his spawn because you just saw your team get 3 kills. You got 2 of them yourself. This should be so easy. You just walk up, you force the Torb back. There's no way you can win with your support help plus heal station if you needed it. I wouldn't even bother popping heal station there. There's no chance that Torb can win the fight against me. And then we're good. Torb never gets close to the cart. Instead, you do this, but 10 seconds too late, Torb comes out, right? He pops lava, Ramattra ulti gets popped, and now you just die. Also, you whiff him really badly here, I think. Right? Miss. Okay, Helix that only splashes. And also, you LOS yourself instead of just staying to the left. Hit, miss. Like, this is like 25% accuracy or so on like one of the fattest targets in the game. This is no good. Like, Torb is one of the easiest targets in the game to hit that's not a tank. Him and Zenyatta. Like, this should have been easy. Plus, you're also not keeping track of the lava at all. Like, I can just see the lava coming at me, right? I saw one's going to go there, then he's just spreading it over here. I would walk to the left of this pillar and fight from here. And instead, you just die in the lava. And that goes, I think, your only good chance at taking this. You play far left, which is the absolutely incorrect call here, because you don't have time to play far left. Remember, we said play far left, and then we can rotate and go far right. By the way, if you didn't know, you can do, can you, actually? You might be able to do the rocket jump up on top here. But, at any rate, you don't have time to do this. This is not going to work. Like, you have to go top right and force it right now. There's just no time. Like, it's not, playing gear does not allow anybody, because you can't do anything. You can't even kill a turret. Like, think about how little impact you have here. You can't even kill the turret here. Right? Like, you had to pop heal station just to try to sit in this corner. Now you're reloading again? Like, you have 10 seconds left. Alright, now you're in 4 to go kill turret. You should have just died right there. If I'm the Baptiste, I kill you. If I'm the Baptiste... Right? Like, you see? He's doing a good job, right? Working on you. Understands the position you're in. He hears you on the right. He just walk forward. When I see you do that, if I'm Baptiste, I just walk forward. I know you don't heal station, right? I saw you use heal station. If I'm the Baptiste, I literally just walk forwards right now and go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you're dead. Right? I pop lamp if I'm really nervous that you might burst me down with Helix, but besides that, like, this is the easiest pick in the Baptiste's life. Like, you're running a straight line at him, shooting at the turret next to him. This is an easy kill. Torb also totally whiffs you here. Is he even shooting at you? He is. He's just... This is so bad. Over your head. Over your head. This is over your head. Over your head. And that finally hits you. You're running in a straight line. What the heck? How do you lose to people who can't hit you when you're running in a straight line? This is brutal. Now you're running to just touch cart. Quick note here. You have a diva on your team. This is not your job. There's 5 seconds left on the clock. What are you doing? Where's the game sense? I mean, if I look at this game from my tank's perspective, I would literally think you're trying to throw the game. Because, like, over and over again, you're, like, standing in front of me and dying in, like, weird times, in weird places. You helixed yourself, and then with 5 seconds left on the clock, you suicided in. Despite the fact that I'm playing Diva, I'm playing on the other side of the wall. Like, the Diva's plenty of time. This is not even close. Like, I can understand, like, less than a second left. You're like, oh, is my Diva maybe doesn't have boost? Did she get messed up? Did she get too low? Fine, I understand. You have 5 seconds left on the clock. This is nuts. Obviously, your team's not going to win from here. Okay. So, in conclusion, what do you need to improve at? This is hard to say because, like, I have conflicting information, right? I could give you information as though this was just the Diamond 5 game I was looking at, but you've also told me that you have a Masters 1 and a GM2 account, so I don't really know what advice I should be giving you that you shouldn't already know if you're in GM2. But I'm going to pretend that I don't know all that stuff for a moment, and I'm going to explain this as though you were Diamond 5. First of all, playing as Widow. Widow is very volatile, right? You go hot, you win games. You go cold, you lose games. That's what it's like to play Widow. There is no other way for me to sugarcoat it. Like, yes, we can go into details about like trying to maximize the number of shots you did, which we kind of did during the course of this game. But at the end of the day, you hit shots as Widow or you don't. It's your choice to play Widow or not. I'm not going to microanalyze and talk more about that, other than saying like you either hit shots or you don't. If you're going to choose to play Soldier, for you personally, Soldier is a massive drop off in skill. I would say that your Soldier, if we think that your Widow is, honestly, I would say like Masters 3 maybe. If I personally had to like peg your, if you like playing Widow exclusively, but only in situations where like she makes sense to play it, not like University on Oasis or something. Like I think your Widow play feels like maybe Masters 3 on good maps for Widow, or at least decent maps for Widow. Your Soldier play feels below Diamond. Your Soldier play feels like high plat, I would say. I don't think it's. I don't. Like, I'm not going to go crazy here, right? I think you still have good reflexes, right? Good-ish aim, right, for this level. Just nowhere close to like what I was expecting when I went to this game. Like you know how to confirm kills, and so forth. But like your positional play is so bad. Like you have no idea where to be. Always, you're just sitting like with the bulk of your team like playing main over and over again, which is so confusing to me. Like you need to take high ground more, right? You need to save heal station. You need to understand what the visor. You need to understand how to control space. You need to know how to not die. And just like constantly dying over and over and over again, constantly walking into the front line and dying, being in like weird positions, letting the enemy tank bully you around. That's like really rough to see. Honestly, like there's so many other little things to analyze, but I think that's like the biggest thing. I would say the third thing, and this is like kind of a distant second because I don't think this is an issue for Diamond 5, but your tracking aim is much worse than I would expect. Right? Your flick aim is good, but your tracking aim is much worse. Which, if you're going to be playing Soldier, you're going to need to track. Right? Playing somebody like Cassidy might be a lot easier, or Ashe, than playing Widow. You might want to consider playing Ashe. I mean, this is tough because it's going to drop more ranks if you play Ashe because you're going to learn her. But you might want to consider playing Ashe because Ashe has way more utility than Widow does with an otherwise similar mechanical skill set. Something to think about. So yeah, number one is over by far is positional play, understanding how to take space, understanding how to stay alive, understanding where do I need to be right now, and what space do I need to hold. And with that will also dramatically improve your survival rate. I would say 75 to 90% of your deaths in this game were easily preventable. And if you don't die as a DPS and you're cranking out damage, you will win a lot of games. But you die over and over again because, like, for confused, like when you get low and the Fair is firing a rocket at you, you just decide not to dodge. Like you literally just be like, cool, I'll just die here. And then, like, it's very surprising to me. Like, if you're new at the game, I understand. You're like, oh, I didn't know Farrah could one-shot me with a rocket at 119 health. You're GM2. You should know this. You have 3 accounts, right? 2 of which are in Masters and GM. How do you not know how much damage Farrah does? It's very confusing. All right. Anyway, hopefully this is helpful. Again, I didn't mean to like rag on you too much, but like obviously you're giving me some information. I'm just talking through like why is it conflicting and like why is it confusing when I try to go over this game. All right, I'm gonna end there. Again, I hope this was helpful.